Okay, so let's talk this year's homeschool planner. I went with the Barn Swallows. I'm so excited about this new cover. It's so beautiful. Let's jump in. I think I'm gonna paste something on these pages, maybe pictures or something. Jazz them up. So we start with the curriculum that I'm using for Elliott Emerson Family, our weekly rhythm. And then we have our vision board. So our word for this year will be abide. We're going to be learning all of John chapter 15. So our verse for the year will be John 15:5. And our mission for 26 and 27 is to know God and to love others and make God's name known. The kids gave me some goals that they have for this year. Elliott wants to learn to get better at sketching, get scuba certified, take her hunter safety course. Emerson wants to read the Bible all the way through in the school year. He wants to go fishing at Salty Dog, keep practicing kickboxing. They've got some really great goals. Memorization, this isn't fully filled in yet because I'm going to add in these things. So the Apostles' Creed, Nicene Creed, Man in the Arena, Hope is the Thing with Feathers, the chapters that we've learned before of the Bible, the catechisms, and then our new poems and things. And so I'm going to print them, paste them in here, and also on these two pages. But like I said, we're going to be memorizing all of John chapter 15 over the year. So it's broken in, it's 27 verses, and so we'll be learning this over 36 weeks of school. So like I said, we're going to paste in our memorization here. Here is our calendar. It's what we have projected for school terms and breaks. This always changes, so I don't get too married to this. Our schedule is always changing, always flowing, so I'm not too married to it. Here's where I'll put the actual school days, so I'll just track them in here, just give them a little fill in. Then we have our events. Like I said, we just kind of pulled these planned things loosely. Adventures, so we got lots of adventures coming up. Here is our school tracker. So again, I have projected ends of term, I have all of our weekends blocked off in blue, and I have all of our like travel and things colored in the different months. But again, this is sure to change, so I don't live or die by this, but I do put our actual versus projected days of school down here so that we'll see how far we get each month if we're on track, so that we don't have to bleed into these columns. And then I have adventures that we're taking as a family. So, we'll fill these in as we take adventures, then we'll color in the days that we go on adventures. Then I have progress trackers for Elliott. She's got her pre-algebra and her language arts, Emerson's math and his language arts, astronomy, which is our science curriculum this year, and social studies. And then I make our progress trackers fun. So a lot of those were like actual school curriculum, but these are the fun ones. So states that we visited as a family, we're keeping track of those, U.S. territories, and then Buffalo Wild Wings that we have gone to as a family. So we've got a bunch to go, but we've tackled some Buffalo Wild Wings. Countries visited as a family, so I put most of the sovereign states and countries in here. Not all of them are included because some of them are included in the U.S. territories, but the countries we've been to as a family, country we lived as a family, state we've lived as a family. Hours outside, so each of these boxes will represent 5 hours outside. Days at the gym, we're going to be tracking days at the gym because the kids are going to be getting involved with some sports and recreational activities when we get back. Days at the library, that'll be fun to see how many days we've spent at the library when we get back to the States. We've really been missing the library. And then a temperature tracker. So I've already put in the dates for our first 3 weeks of school, and so we'll color each one according to the temperature for the day. Have our book list. What we have in so far are the books that they'll be reading as part of their social studies curriculum, and then we'll also be adding in just books that they read on their own. This is for family curriculum for social studies, as well as our read alouds. We're going to be finishing the Chronicles of Narnia this year that we started last year. More book lists, plenty of room for their independent reading to go in here. And then for lists and plans, we have our read alouds, and we'll add to this throughout the year the books that we read aloud. And then this is Emerson's Bible reading plan. So we've split the entire Bible up by like 6 chapters a day, and so he'll read one of these for every day that he's in school. So we've got it kind of, and then we even bled over to this page. For lists and plans, these are their spelling lists. So term 1, spelling list, term 1, spelling list, Elliot Emerson. We'll fill in that for term 2 and term 3 when we get there. And this is our August month, so we don't have a whole lot in here so far, but as we get through, we'll just start adding more things. And this is our plan and reflect page for the month of August. So we have the verses that we're going to be memorizing, the painter we're going to be studying, the poet we're studying, the poem that we're going to be memorizing, the composer for this term, for this month. The study we're learning in astronomy is what is astronomy. Abraham Lincoln is one of our big biographies that we're going to be studying for social studies. We're going to be studying 1 Peter as one of our epistles, and we're studying the days of creation. That's part of astronomy as well. And then this is our first week of school laid out. I have at the top the days of the week. And this is actually going to become journal prompts. When I first started this, I had it as Saturday and Sunday, but these will actually be journal prompts because each day they'll be journaling. And so we'll put the journal prompts here and they can choose from those to journal about for the day. So we have over on this side, the subjects, we have enrichment, language arts, math, social studies, science, Bible, and then there's spelling words or any other notes or anything that I want to make can just go in here because spelling doesn't take up too much space. So I've got this kind of broken down. These are for the days we're not doing those studies. The kids I have split up, so Elliot on top, Emerson on bottom, and we just kind of have it laid out like that, and then we always have no math Friday. And so that's pretty much what it is. The rest of the year is pretty open-ended. Like I said, things change so easily. I don't want to get them locked in, but that is the initial planning for the 2026-2027 school year.